Hey guys, so I just got a new camera and I'm really excited to use it, so I'm gonna make a really stupid video right now. So today I wanted to talk about haunted childhood games that you should never play, but you probably already have. I know I've at least played one of them, so. I know for a fact that if you're at least my age, 23 or older, you've probably at least played one of these before at a sleepover. For those who don't know about them, have never actually played them, or have only briefly heard about these, then this video is for you. At number 1, we have Bloody Mary. This is one of the most popular truth or dare kind of games that kids would play at sleepovers. So what you will need is a candle, a lighter or a match, and a bathroom mirror, specifically in the bathroom. So first, you will go into the bathroom, close the door, switch off the light, and light your candle. You will stand in front of the mirror, look into it, and chant Bloody Mary 3 times. According to the legend, Bloody Mary will appear in the mirror and try to pull you in. If you are lucky, you will only get a small scratch on your face or an arm. If not, she might pull you into the mirror, and you will be stuck there forever. Number 2, Baby Blue. Now this one's another one that's similar to Bloody Mary, where you go into the bathroom and turn off the light. So what you will need is a bathroom mirror. So again, you go into the bathroom by yourself, turn off the light, you look into the mirror, and you hold your arms out as if you're holding a baby. You begin to rock your arms back and forth and say Baby Blue, 13 times without stopping. If it works, you should feel the weight of this invisible baby, and it should get heavier and heavier. And if it gets too heavy, then you're supposed to drop the baby and run out and close the door. If you don't do it quickly, a woman will appear who is the mother of this baby, and she will yell at you to bring her baby back to her. Just like Bloody Mary, she will try to scratch you and pull you and the baby into the mirror with her. So to end this game, you're supposed to switch on the lights, run out, and close the door. Number 3, Charlie Charlie. What you will need is at least one person, could be yourself, a paper and something to write with, and 2 number 2 pencils, or 2 pencils that are flat on one side. So first, you will take your piece of paper and draw a line down the middle, and then 1 diagonal it, so it's kind of like a cross or a big plus sign. You write yes in one of the top corners and yes in the 1 diagonal to it, and then same with no, diagonal from each other. Then you will take both the pencils, placing 1 on one line and then 1 across on the other on top of it, so it balances on top of each other. So next you will say Charlie Charlie and ask a question. So for example, you will say Charlie Charlie, are you here? And it'll give a yes or no response. So, if it works, the pencil will move towards the response. Number 4, Light as a Feather. For this game, you will need a group of friends. So first, you take one friend, who's going to volunteer as the victim, and they will lay flat on the ground. Then all the rest of the people will kneel down and place 2 fingers under the person who is lying down. Then everybody will chant Light as a Feather, stiff as a board, repeatedly, trying to lift their friend off the floor. In most cases, this doesn't work the first time, but on the second try it will. So again, everybody will place 2 fingers under the person, chanting while trying to lift them, light as a feather, stiff as a board, and it should lift them up. Number 5, Sandman. Now, I've actually never heard of this game before until I was doing research for these videos to kind of get all the steps and everything. So this is another one similar to Light as a Feather, where one person volunteers to be the victim. So again, you will need a group of friends. First, the victim will lie on the floor, but this time face down. Everyone else in the group will sit in a circle around them, while one person is the speaker, and the others maintain silence. Now this one didn't really get very specific about it, but apparently the speaker is supposed to tell a story about how the person lying down was murdered, and how their body is being filled with sand. The speaker lightly rubs the specific areas that they're talking about. For example, now the murderer filled his forearms with sand. The murderer then stuffed sand into his legs, and so on. Supposedly, when the person lying down stands up, it's supposed to feel as if their body really was filled with sand. So it'll be heavy like a sandbag. Number 6, the Ouija board. So unlike the previous games on this list, this one is actually a physical game. It's a physical object. This is honestly the only one of these games that I've actually played. Many, many times, years ago. I even broke one of the rules by playing it alone, and it worked. Obviously, that doesn't give anybody proof but myself, but that's enough for me. So I do believe that this one is real. You will need a Ouija board and at least one other person. So first thing you do, grab the board, grab your friend, find a room to get comfortable in. Most suggest using the board at night, probably just because it's spookier that way, but realistically it can be used at any time of day. To create the atmosphere, darken the room and light some candles. Turn off the lights and TVs and anything that can create noise that would cause distraction. There should be assigned a designated speaker who's going to ask the questions, but anybody can go back and forth and ask questions. This just kind of creates structure. So next, everyone will place 2 fingers on the planchette lightly and deliberately move the planchette in the circle for however many times there are people. So however many participants there are is how many times in a circle the planchette should be moved around. I think this next step is more of a precaution, but the speaker should begin by announcing that they don't want to engage in any contact with negative spirits, only positive entities that come in light. Usually the speaker should start with something simple like a yes or no question. For example, is there anyone here with us? Clearly if it does move, whether it goes to yes or no, that there is someone there, but you get my point. A lot of the time it won't start up right away. It kind of needs time to warm up, I guess, or kind of invite the spirits in if there isn't any present. Sometimes they just might not want to talk. We don't really know. Another thing that's kind of probably just for precaution is to thank whoever is communicating with you once they begin to initiate contact through the board. As long as it's safe, you can continue asking questions as you see fit, and once you're done, force the planchette down to goodbye. And again, as a precaution, thank the spirits and be polite to them and thank you for their communicating. So branching off of that, I also have a video about the do's and don'ts with a Ouija board, so I'll have that pinned. So if you're curious, that'll give you more of what to do and what not to do rather than just how to play. If this video isn't complete shit, I do plan to make another one, but with more modern games that are more complicated and spooky. And if that one gets enough attention, maybe I'll take a vote on which one I should play for a following video. So if that interests you, subscribe and keep an eye out for future spooky stuff, and if you want to see me get scared. So until then, thank you for watching.